Morning to all of you. Thank you for the invitation. It is an honor to be here at Hengdian studio to walk you through the French policy regarding the shooting of foreign crews. So this morning, I will be speaking to you about the tax rebate for international production in France, and I will speak in the name of Film France. So Film France, who are they? They provide all services necessary to produce in France. That includes facilitating shoots and post-production, relying on a network of 32 regional commissions. They also provide expertise on the tax rebate for international production that we called the TRIP. So what is their mission? They are your one-stop shop if you want to film in France. They provide all services necessary to produce in France. They provide information about locations, about regulations, technical facilities, and line producers, of course. They help as well to obtain exemption for foreign crews to enter the territory in light to the current restrictions. They also assist producers who applied for the trip. In brief, any questions you may have, they will have for you the correct answer. So what is the situation nowadays in France? I'm sure this is an important question for you. So until now, international crews from all around the globe are shooting in France. During last summer, 250 films and series were shot in France. Right now, we have one British series, two British series actually, one German series and one Danish movies who are currently being shot in France. So there is no problem for foreign crews as long as they follow the guidelines and the sanitary regulations. You can even shoot at night and get an authorization. What is the, sorry. Yeah. What is the TRIP tax rebate for international production? So as you can see, the TRIP is generous. It means that you will get up to 40% tax rebate on eligible expenses. The TRIP is also simple. There is no red tape. When applying, you need a script, a deal memo, and the estimate of your budget. The TRIP is reliable. So the PSC, which means a French-based production service company, collects the TRIP every year from the French tax authorities. And last but not least, the TRIP is fast. You start spending the day you submit the application to the CNC. CNC stands for French National Center for Cinema. In addition to that, there is a brand new Vfx bonus of 10% that I will discuss a little bit further in more details. So what kind of projects are qualifying? Basically, all kinds of projects are eligible. The only one which are not are documentaries and commercials. So we are talking about live action, animation, VFX, VR, feature films, short films, VFX post-production, and series. Single or whole season, series on web, on OTT, or for television, and for all kinds of budgets. What are the criteria to access the trip? Well, first of all, you need a production service company, French-based company. So you need a minimum of 5 days shooting in France for live action. For animation and VFX works, there is no minimum days required. And you have to spend a minimum of 250 euros on French qualifying expenditures, or 50% of your budget, whichever is the lowest. You have also to pass a cultural test, which is a pretty straightforward test and easy to pass. For example, Minions, Blade Runner 2049, or American Gods passed the test. That gives you an idea of the diversity of projects which are eligible for the trip. Now, how to access the trip? So the trip is available through a company that is subject to corporate income tax in France. They act as a production services company, so the famous PSC, for a foreign producer, and they receive the trip through their yearly tax return. This company can either be an existing company, a subsidiary, or a subsidiary for the foreign production, obviously, or a special purpose vehicle specifically created for your production. In addition to that, Film France has also an online production database on the Film France website, and you will find on this website more than 100 PSC contacts with a huge diversity of languages. And those PSC, they know how to access the trip, and more important also, they know how to work with non-French production crews. What about the timing? In a few words, this is the trip timeline. You can apply at any time during the year and get an answer within 3 weeks regarding the eligibility of your project. And this is how it works. So PSC requests the provisional qualification from the CNC through a digital process, and the formalities are very minimal, as I was mentioning earlier. Second step, the greenlit projects get the money every year from the French tax authorities through the PSC. And third step, PSC requests final qualification from the CNC, the maximum of 2 years after the last French expense. And in the end, the CNC issues final qualification within 8 weeks. Now, what's eligible? So here are some examples. So salaries and wages of European writers and actors are eligible. Salaries paid for French or European direction and production staff, expenditure for technical goods and services based in France, renting location and constructing sets, accommodation, catering, travel of all cast and crews, transport of materials, and lastly, depreciation expenses. So you may have noticed that some of them are capped and others are not. So specifically for the salary wages of European writers, please note that they are capped to the minimum daily wages. How much do you get with the trip? So there is a cap of 30 million euros tax rebate per project. That means that you need to have a project of 100 million euros to get those 30 million euros tax rebate. If you have this kind of projects, we will be very, very happy to welcome you in France. And a question you may ask yourself is, what happened, for example, if you have decided at the beginning to invest 1 million euros and then you change your mind to 2 million euros? The answer is, you will get more tax rebate. The rule is, the more you spend, the more you get. And the big news is that now you can get up to 40% tax rebate on all eligible expenses if you come to get the 10% related Vfx bonus. So what is this Vfx bonus? Well, it goes to projects which includes intensive VFX and which spent 2 million euros on eligible VFX related expenses. Then you get a 10% bonus on all eligible expenses. There is a movie called Spices, which was co-financed with France. And I think I'm not mistaken when saying that some VFX were done in France. To sum up, I would like to mention those movies and to let you know that within more than 10 years, above 300 projects have already been benefited from the trip. These projects are, as you can see, from all ranges, sizes, and genres, as you can see on this slide. So you have The Man Standing Next, the Korean movie, the Minion franchise, two other movies like Mission Impossible, Fallout, and Blade Runner 2049, and also a series, Sense8. Your contacts now at Film France if you need any information. So Stéphane Bender is the CEO of Film France. You have his email address here. And Laurie Hades, she's head of production and tax rebates. She's an expert regarding the tax rebates. You can contact her as well. Both of them, they will have all answers to your question. Thank you very much for your attention. 谢谢.
谢谢 ，Thank you。
谢谢。